All right, hello to all the Chemistry 9 students out there. This is Mrs. Benson, and I'm just adding a little second video to go along with the history of the metric system that you just listened to. And hopefully you remember this slide where it talked about that, gave you reasoning as to why these three countries have not adopted the metric system, and you can see that the United States is one of them. Now, if you think about your daily life, though, we do have the metric system around us everywhere. If you take any medicine, that's going to be given to you in milligrams, that's metric. Go buy a 2-liter pop bottle, that's metric, in liters. Kilometers per hour, you can see that on the speedometer of your parents' vehicle. We also have every food label. You go into a grocery store and look at the labels of some of the foods, and they will all have metric and English units on them. So as I'm talking here, I'd like you guys to get out your notes wherever you're putting your notes for this class and get prepared for that. I hope some of you might recognize this sheet. This is actually a gold sheet that I have given you. If I haven't seen you yet, or we haven't seen you yet, you will be picking this up at some point in class. These are gold reference sheets, and we call them their weight in gold, as it has all kinds of information on it that you don't have to memorize, but you can use it. You don't have to go find a place to look it up. It's right here in front of you. We are going to write this number line down in our notebook here so we can learn a little bit about it. So here we go. Our essential question today is how to convert between metric units. All right, so jot this down, and at any point, the nice thing about a video is, remember, you can pause it, and if I'm going a little bit too fast, so you can catch up with your writing. So we're going to show you how to convert between metric units, and the reason that it's a pretty simple thing to do is because the metric system is based on units of 10. Now, if I were to try to correlate that to the English system that we know, if I asked you how many inches are in a foot, it's 12. If I asked you how many feet are in a yard, it's 3. There's nothing in common there. And then if I ask how many feet are in a mile, you'd be like, I don't know, Ms. Benson, something over 5,000. It's just because it has all these crazy numbers that the metric system is much easier. So we're going to show you how to use this number line. So go ahead and jot this down. And you guys can see, I want to start with talking through the base unit. So the base unit is where we can start with anything, any type of matter. A meter for length, a liter for volume, or a gram for mass, how much something weighs. And the nice thing about the metric system is I just put prefixes in front of it. It's based on 10, and I can just move my decimal around, which is what we're going to do. So I have a kilo, I can say a kilometer, a kiloliter, or a kilogram. Those are heavier units. When I go to the right, a centimeter, a centiliter, a centigram are smaller, and you guessed it, do the same thing with milli. Millimeter is very, very thick, small measurement. Milliliter and milligram. You've probably heard of milligrams, as I mentioned, in medicine. Okay, so let's try to do some conversions. So the first conversion that I want you guys to do is we're going to say that we have 5.2 kilometers. And we're kind of thinking like that's like miles, but that large distance, how many meters is that? So we are going to grab a pen here, and I apologize, I don't know, I'm at home, and I'm not sure why it does not say the thickness. So we'll have to do it that way. All right, so I have a kilometer, so I'm going to start over here. And so I'm starting with kilometers, and I want to go to meters. So I can see that the base unit meters is right here. So I'm going to take my decimal point, and I'm going to move it the same number of spots that I move on the number line. So to get to meters, I go 1, 2, 3 spaces to the right. I'm going to do the same exact thing with my decimal. So down here in 5.2, 1, 2, 3 to the right. So this is going to be 5,200 meters. So 5.2 kilometers is going to be 5,200 meters. Okay, let's try another one. I have 3 examples here for you. So we'll do another pen, and I have to change the thickness again. All right, so we have 325 milliliters. So I find milli, it's over here, and it's liters, and I want to go milliliters, and I want to go all the way to liters. So here's my spot. I start on the number line with what's given. This is given to me, 325. So I go 1, 2, 3 to the left. So move my decimal 3 to the left. I sort of made a mess over here. So 3 to the left. 1, 2, 3. So that means I don't like to have dangling decimals, as I learned that way back in college. One of my college professors wouldn't even grade my paper if I didn't have a 0 in front of my decimal point. So you'll always see me do that. So I moved it 3 to the left. It was right out here, my decimal point, 1, 2, 3 to the left is going to be 0.325 liters. Okay, let's do one more example here for you. And this one I have 250 centigrams is equal to how many grams? Okay, we're going to pick green, which is my favorite color. And it's saying centigrams. So where do I start? I start at centi because that's what's given. And I want to go to grams. So again, wherever my decimal point is, I'm going to go 1, 2 to the left. Now in 250, the decimal point's right at the end. So 1, 2 to the left. So 250 centigrams is going to be 2.50 grams. Okay, and that's it. So what I have for you, what I'd like you guys to continue on, is I have 4 examples for you. I want you to jot those down. Go ahead and pause the video, jot them into your notes, and then bring them to class the next time we see you, and we are going to check things out and see how you're doing. I hope you have a wonderful day and can't wait to see you in class.